Hi, this is Charles Namey. I'm a real estate broker in Austin, and this is my first YouTube video. I would like to address the question that has been floating around quite a bit. Are we going to have a market crash, a real estate market crash? Well, number one, there isn't an oversupply of homes for sale. There are a lot of homes that came on the market, but they have been gobbled up by those who have come into the state, in the state of Texas at least, cities of Dallas, Houston, Austin, and took all of those properties, paid cash for them. So they have a lot of equity. So the experts don't believe the market is in a bubble or a crash in the cards. The nation is still suffering from housing shortage that has reached crisis proportions in a time when many millennials are reaching the age when they start to consider buying or consider home ownership. That's the first thing. There is not an oversupply of homes. The second reason they don't think there's going to be a crash and it's not a housing bubble is that the lending standards are tighter today. And remember in 2008, the lending was uncontrollable. They were loaning people money they couldn't afford to pay back. And therefore, the banks ended up with a lot of debt on their hands and no one to pay them. So the lending standards are higher, they're tighter, and due to lessons learned from the new regulations enhanced after the last crisis, we don't think that's going to be a market crash. The third item is there is record level of equity which is in the housing provides security. Those who came and bought houses, they paid cash for them most of the time or put a substantial down payment and financed a little bit of money on them. So they're not going to be upside down even if the value of the house goes down, which it shouldn't. It should either maintain or even go up. And there are some highlights I'd like to bring up. Number one, many people remember the housing crash in 2008, but experts say today the market is fundamentally different in many ways. Second item is there isn't an oversupply of homes still. So remember that. There's not an oversupply of homes. There is a better supply, more supply. Builders are putting more houses on the market. There has been a slowdown though because instead of a house going in 1 or 2 or 3 days and getting multiple offers on it, people are fighting to buy it. Now it's sitting on the market anywhere between 14 and 21 days, which is longer than it had been in the past. So the issue is that people are sitting on a lot of equity in their homes. They're not in a hurry to sell, and they're not going to go under. Houses are not going to go upside down as far as their equity versus what they owe on it. So basically, we're saying we are not in a bubble, and we don't think that the market's going to crash. If you have any questions, give me a call, Charles Namey, 512-658-6819. We'll be happy to discuss it with you. Or if you have a house to sell or you are in the market to buy, let me know. CharlesNamey.com will take you to my website.